Hey everybody, Tuesday, day 2 of our seller bootcamp. Excited for those of you who are here with me today. Again, we'll give a couple minutes before we get started just to see, make sure people are see it, they're getting on, and we'll go from there. If you have questions while we are moving through, please feel free to put those in the questions or in the comments, and we can go from there. Just making sure I got everything so I can see your questions as they come up. Great. Okay, so day 2, seller bootcamp. We're going to get started. Yesterday, if you missed it, we talked about using an agent for the selling process, kind of getting started, all those questions that you should be asking, what you can expect from an agent. So if you missed yesterday's live, you can go ahead and visit the Lauren Mastracco team page. Just where you accessed today's live, there's a replay of it. If you have any trouble, please feel free to reach out. As always, if you have questions, please feel free to email Lauren Mastracco team. You can email me at laurenmastracco@howardhanna.com. You can DM us or just post any questions in the comments below. So today what we're going to talk about is really getting your house ready to hit the market. This is one of the questions that I think when people think about preparing to have their house hit the market, they're really thinking about what work do I need to do? Do I have to stage my house? So, you know, what really prepares your home for listing on the market. So the first thing that I really like to have people think about is if it's been a while or if you're a little unsure, maybe you're not handy, is potentially considering doing a pre-listing inspection. That would be where you have an inspection done on your home by a qualified inspector, and they can give you a list of things that maybe need a little bit of maintenance. That can be really helpful for you to see ahead of time, ahead of listing your home, so that you can either make updates as needed, notice any kind of pain points in your home, and not have any surprises come up when the buyer down the line does their own home inspection. So that's a really great way to really prepare for the listing process. Not every house requires that, but it's always something that you can do if you'd like to really be able to give some peace of mind to yourself, and then you can share that with future the future homeowner, future buyers. I also provide all of my clients with a pre-listing checklist that kind of goes through all the things that you can do in your home to really help put the best foot forward, to make it look its best on video, in photos. People are shopping for their home online right now, and so doing your best to really make sure that it looks great in those photos. That's what the pre-listing checklist is for. I'll remind everybody again, but if you're interested in seeing the pre-listing checklist, go ahead and put a thumbs up emoji in the comments, and I will be sure to shoot that over to you. It can be really helpful to kind of walk you through all those steps. The other tip is really looking at your home with a critical eye. This is not like, and as realtors, I always worry about this, that people think I'm judging their home, but it's not about any judgment or anything like that. It's really thinking about, okay, if I'm looking at a home on Zillow, what catches my eye? If I'm looking at these photos online, what really catches my eye and draws me in to look at more of those photos? And it's the market and the buyers that dictate what sells. It's not your real estate agent, and it's not their opinion, it's not their style. And so don't worry if we're coming over for dinner that we're judging you. It's really just about what is going to help a buyer best picture themselves in your home. Some of the best One of the best analogies that I've seen actually to explain that is if you have two pennies. I stole this from a podcast that I was listening to. You have two pennies. A penny is a penny, and they're both worth the same amount of money. But if you had to choose between a shiny penny and a dull, dirty penny, which one would you choose? You'd choose the shiny penny. So that's a great way to think about putting your house on the market, having it really look its best, and capturing the interest of your best buyer. Sometimes this means doing a little bit of a refresh on your home. Has it been a long time since you painted? Is the paint in great shape, but not necessarily in today's colors? That's a coat of paint. I'll say it again. A coat of paint can really transform your home in so many ways. And it's not so much whether or not it will sell, but whether or not it sells for top dollar. Having that refresh is really what is helpful. Having that fresh coat of paint is really helpful when buyers are taking a look at your home. What do your window treatments look like? Are they light and bright? Are they really heavy? That's something to keep in mind as well. I don't like to say decluttering. I like to say pre-packing. You want to take a lot of your personal belongings and pre-pack those. The goal is for you to move eventually, and so you're getting your packing out of the way. Putting away your personal family photos, anything anything of value, anything that's really taste specific. You're going to be pre-packing those, putting them in boxes and making sure that they're tucked away. And what that does is it allows for your buyers to picture themselves in their home. If all they do is see you in the home, they feel like they're visiting. We want them to really come in and picture themselves living in this home. Another great way to do that is actually through professional cleaning. And so that's something, not every house is different, but if my clients need that, then that's always a step that we would take before we do photos. And I always suggest that clients kind of take that step because it's stressful to move. It's stressful to list your home. And so to have someone who's a little detached from that, who can look at different parts of your home with a critical eye and have it professionally cleaned, can really just help kind of take that pressure off of yourself for cleaning. I'm horrible at cleaning, and so I would always rather have a professional do it. And that even comes down to even your yard. Especially now we're coming into the spring, we're coming into the spring-summer selling season. Making sure that you have, you've got flowers in the front yard, that the grass isn't patchy, or you don't have like sticks or debris all over. Really kind of cleaning that up, getting all the dead leaves out, doing a spring yard cleanup can be really helpful in like getting your home ready to sell. I always think too, putting a flag out can also help just up the curb appeal of your home. So from the start, a fresh welcome mat. From the minute that somebody walks into your home, they feel like that really homey vibe, and that this is where they want their next home to be. So a lot of that is kind of self-explanatory, but again, if you'd like the pre-listing checklist, go ahead and put the thumbs up in the comments, and that will prompt me to send that over to you. If you missed part of today's live and you're interested in learning a little bit more, this will be posted on the Lauren Mistracco team page. If you missed yesterday's discussion about listing with an agent or getting started, that is also on the page, and we'll be sending out the refreshes. We'll be sending everything out so that you can find us on Instagram, all those different pages. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the actual process of selling your home, from the time it hits the market all the way through closing. What does that look like? What's the time frame? What paperwork is done? What are the steps in the process? Most people have, sometimes people have never sold a home. They've likely bought a home, obviously, but being a first-time seller is sometimes even more daunting than being a first-time home buyer, because there's so much money involved in that. So keep an eye out. Join us tomorrow at noon, again, live on our Facebook page, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much.